Fans are singing along with Bryson Stott's walk-up music.
Everybody standing here at Citizens Bank Park. Sanchez to the belt.
Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Christopher Sanchez, for the first time in the big leagues, has thrown a complete game shutout.
Harper looks at Arcia again as he goes around the second base.
And it's turned into the Bryce Harper game.
The game's tied. Castellanos in the third. Dusty is waving him home. Here's the relay to the plate. There'll be no throw. Phillies leading. Breaking ball blasted. Game is tied. Castellanos for the Phillies. And it's a brand new game. And the Phillies close out the National League East. They are the champions of 2024.
Man, I absolutely love that intro. I really do. That is, that's so good. Alrighty, Chase Nation, welcome back to a brand new edition of the Quit Chasing podcast. We are a little cheeky, a little irreverent, and yet always unqualified. We consume 162 games for you so that you can do that voodoo that you do when you need to. We got a ton to go over, sort of, so let's not waste a moment. I'm Alex Kruger. That's Danny Gerb. Danny, say hi to the crowd.
Hey everyone, how you doing tonight, Alex?
I am doing fantastic. I was in Reading today, which is the home of the Reading Fightin' Phils, AA affiliate to the Phillies. But I was at a work conference. It was very inspiring. I don't know. I am on cloud nine. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. You were remiss in letting the listeners know this is our stripped down episode.
Stripped Down, Unplugged, Volume 2. Guys,
Welcome.
Go ahead.
Please pour yourself a cup of tea. Welcome to the afternoon drive. I'm Terry Gross.
So, all right. So I will bring down the energy a little bit because, folks, it's under 62 game season. We learned last year that at some point you will dry up the well, et cetera, et cetera. This is going to be one of those in and out weeks where we are going to update you on what's going on with the team, what's going on with us, and no bits, no crazy stuff. We're just unplugged. Next week, Danny's coming to Harrisburg, which is exciting. Mm-hmm. So, we'll have a full on lifestyle then. But for right now, we're stripped down. We're unplugged.
Stripped down. That's right.
And I'm excited. Danny, however,
this is a Zen episode.
This is the Zen episode.
Came in real hot.
Real hot. Time to cool down. Danny,
real hot.
I kind of need to heat us up a bit, though. Here's the deal.
Yes.
You said you weren't going to say it on air, but I am so passionate about how awesome it is. I would like you to let the listeners know what Kim got you for your birthday. Come on.
No, because see, here's the thing. I said I wasn't going to say it on air because where does it go? Because okay,
you've been bitching about this for a year. Not bitching, but like lamenting for a year. And Kim, being the amazing stud that she is, made it happen. Tell them what she made happen.
You know what? We haven't had a bit fall on its face in a little bit. So here we go. Here we go, everyone. The towel, the Kyle Schwarber towel.
Damn it, Danny, you could have set that up.
No, I could have. That's why I never wanted to talk about it. The Kyle Schwarber towel that has been mentioned many times on this episode, Kim got it for me. She tracked it down. She swears she did not spend $75. I do not believe her.
Will she? Do you think she will ever let you know how much she spent on it? Did she give you a range, or
absolutely
just say nothing?
No.
Okay.
So I'll never know. It's a mystery for the ages. So.
All right. So in other words, like $125, right?
Yeah. She said she didn't spend $75.
Right. So that means it could be absolutely anything at all.
Yeah, absolutely. But I have it. It smells like plastic. It's wonderful. There you go. There, we did it. That's why I didn't want to do it.
You could have turned that into a story. You chose not to, and I respect that. That is your choice, and that's who you are, and that's the dynamic we have. I'm the one that can take, hey, I got a pair of socks and turn it into a 10-minute story. You're not going to set the stage at all. You're just, hey, I got the Kyle Schwarber towel.
I got the Kyle Schwarber towel. Yeah, I mean, if it's got legs, I'll give it legs, but that one doesn't.
This is the second week in a row that we have referenced ZZ Top's got legs.
Well,
I mean, it's a great song. So you know what's funny? So I've been
Yeah.
in the Subaru lately, and the Bluetooth doesn't work, but the CD player does. And it's a weird collection I made with like Beatles and Billy Idol and Cage the Elephant. And I
There
don't
it
know
is.
what, dude. I don't know what I was on when I made this mix, but it's phenomenal. I am thoroughly enjoying it.
I think I could bring this up now. I've been ripping on you for the last few days about this. And it's fun because everyone needs their fan base, right? But the bands that you reference often, not just a one-off reference here or there, but you're like go-to reference bands like Cade's the Elephant. That's you.
So good.
You
They're
and
so good. What's wrong with you?
Nothing, but
It's alternative rock. It's not hard rock. It's not heavy metal. It's not rock and roll. It's alternative rock, and they're good.
they're fine. You and their mothers reference them as much. Are like the two people that reference them as much as you do?
Is this the part where you bring up the Strokes?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's the Strokes. It's
Modest Mouse, KG11, Arctic Monkeys is a big one.
Arctic Monkeys is a big one, but it's more the Cage the Elephant that you are like a gigantic offender about.
So here's the thing: Cage the Elephant is literally just the American version of the Arctic Monkeys.
Except didn't they move to London and then start like ripping off the whole British invasion sound?
I don't know. I'm
well,
not
they did. I can tell you they did.
Sure. Okay. I'm not that invested. All I'm saying is up until Neon Pill is not a great album, but up until Social Cues, Cage Elephant knows what's up. And your dismissal of them breaks my heart.
It's not a dismissal. It's more of a wonderment of how often you go to the Cage the Elephant well.
Easily once a week, without a doubt. I am putting on some level of Cage the Elephant once a week, and that's conscious. That's not just showing up on a random algorithm playlist that I do, which I do often. But no, I am consciously putting on Cage the Elephant at least once a week. Yes,
and you reference them at least once every Thursday night for our Friday night drop.
That's so true. Our Friday day drops.
Friday day drops. Yeah, sure.
Friday day drops.
So we are doing a stripped down episode for all our listeners this afternoon. Because if you're in the know, our idea for this week just fell on its face. Don't worry, we're still gonna do it. Don't worry.
We have high concept, and there are some times when our concept and our understanding of how long it's going to take to pull it off aren't on the same page. Like, you'll notice the Franken show ended up with 8 hosts because I asked 4 people to host, and then they didn't get back to me. So I asked 4 more, and then all 8 of them said, yes, I'm in. So that's how we ended up with 8 hosts that day. So, life without a producer, it's really up to the 2 of us, and these things do happen. So get off our back.
So one of the bits that I was going to do with, again, will make more sense in the future. So bear with me, people. Is the one they do violation. Hey, can I get a ruling on a violation? But then I remembered we did this with the baseball not too long ago, and what we're calling it like under review or something.
Yes, under review.
I have again through my baseball travels have another under review for you.
Okay, so to remind fans, the last time we had an under review, Danny and Kim were in Florida, and they found a ball outside of a minor league stadium, and it was under review. Was the ball part of a minor league or major league or practice game, etc.? So what do you got for us this week, Danny?
Fair or under review? Fair or foul?
Oh, that's 2 different games, but continue.
Well, it's under review. We're looking to see if the ball is fair or if it's foul.
Under review, fair or foul.
Well, no, this part, like that.
Yeah,
you're looking at different call each time, Alex.
I know.
It's under review. Yeah, come on, man. So
we got.
I went to Nationals Park. The Nationals v Mets. Stinking Mets fans. Let me tell you.
Which game was it? Was it the crazy blowout game? The 9. Okay.
No, it was the Saturday one with the
okay. That's not a bad one to go to.
Triple play that wasn't a triple play.
So in the stadium, did it feel like a triple play?
Yes, even though it was jam-packed with Mets fans.
Really? So they took over Nationals Park.
Yeah, they took over Nationals Park. And if it was the Nationals fan beside me, if it wasn't for him, like there was no juice in that building for that. But yeah,
Oh,
it was
that's
that.
tough.
It was that game. So, anyways, it was a hat giveaway. So what we did, we drove down. We wanted to see the pandas at the zoo, because
For sure.
There's 4 of them left, and DC has 2 of them. So we wanted to see half the pandas.
Whoa, real quick, just to interrupt you, the girl
Yeah,
asked me to go down to go down to DC soon. That's a great day. Go to the zoo, go to the game. Oh my god, that's a great idea. Continue.
That's what we did. So we drove to the zoo first. It was a weekend, so I found a parking spot that wasn't 3 hours parking because it was Saturday. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here. Let's go see these pandas. We'll hop on the green line. We'll go to the stadium, watch the game, come back here, get the car, bingo bango, we're done, right?
Uh-huh. Oh no.
I wanted to wear a hat. I left it in the car. At this point, I was like, hey, we got to get to the game. On the way to the Metro, I'm like, it's hat giveaway. All right, that would do. And then I'm like, wait, I can't wear a Nationals hat, right? And then I was even thinking, I'm not even going to take this stinking Nationals hat, because what I'm going to do with it. I'm walking through the gate and they give me one, and here it is.
Oh, I like that.
It's a nice hat.
Here's the nice hat.
Here's the brim. The background is messing with it. It's got the Metro lines. Ooh. It's a hot hat. Notice no sponsor anywhere on this hat.
That is now an all black cap. What is the 20?
It's navy blue, and that's the thing. It says
navy blue too.
It says Washington Nationals with a 2005 to 2025. Yes, it's celebrating 20 years, right?
That's crispy. That is a crispy hat, folks. Honestly, go on to the YouTube to see this hat. It's really cool. And the under brim is some of the coolest, because I'm a map guy. So like throwing a map under the brim of a hat, F to the yes. To the yes.
So I grab it. I look at Kim and I say, I wanted to wear a hat today. It's in the car. This is a cherry hat. And I made the decision. It's not a Nationals hat. It's a baseball history hat. Fair or foul?
Okay. So let me think real quick. Interestingly enough, a Nationals hat is in and of itself a fascinating piece of wear, because you could argue that any Nationals player is likely to be a Phillies player in the future. They are one of my favorite farm teams for us. Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, any number of guys. So there's that, but I think that's fair. Here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Are you only keeping Phillies ice cream helmets?
No, but that I'm not also donning that during a game.
You were there. Were you supporting the Mets?
I was watching the game.
Were you supporting the Mets?
No.
Okay. Were you supporting the Nationals?
No.
If a gun was to your head and you had to choose which of those two teams you would have supported?
There that day in the moment, absolutely the Nats. Go Nats. I would have said go Nats.
Go Nationals, So
absolutely would have said it. Come to the head that day. Especially with those cockroach Mets fans all over that building. Absolutely.
I hate Mets.
We had a common enemy that day.
I watched Chase Utley break Miguel Tejada's leg like 14 times today on my drive back from Reading to Harrisburg, because I wasn't driving. And I gotta say, I really do want to reinvigorate the Mets rivalry. I think there's so much more juice on that bone than any kind of like Atlanta rivalry. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fair. I think, are you a Philly? Okay. I'm not one of those guys that says you can't wear enemy gear just because. Like, I won't wear Atlanta or Mets stuff, but I have no reason to have a crazy grudge against the Nats or the Marlins. So, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit.
No, I hear you there. Here's the thing. When I went to Oakland last year, I got that rally cap Oakland A's hat, which I do wear. But like, man, they're in the American League. They have no friends. They're out on the West Coast. Like, there was a weirdo history between the Phils and the A's that I have no problem donning that shirt on, because it's a cool shirt. It also says Oakland A's. It's one of the reasons why I got it. The Nats hat, they are division rivals.
They are division rivals, and there isn't a lot you can do with that. But to your point, having that keepsake, that baseball history, interestingly enough, circles back to the question that I posited to both you and Matty P today, which was, would you rather be live and present and catch a walk-off home run ball in the regular season or witness live a no-hitter? You said no-hitter. Matty P said walk-off home run. I have to agree with Matty P over you on this one because of the take-home treasure of owning
No.
a walk-off home run ball. A no-no, that's cool and all, and that's a great other piece of history, but like no-nos aren't perfectos, and they're not even cycles. Like there's been a lot of no-hitters in baseball history. I don't know. What do you want to stay with where you landed originally on that?
Yeah, yes, I do. Because a no-no is historic. Here's the thing. They're historic. You talk about it.
But catching
Hold
a
on.
walk-off home run ball.
Yeah, so you put it on the shelf and you say, I caught this walk-off home run. Like, what are we talking? Game 7 World Series? Like,
no, it could be regular. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit about a regular season walk-off home run? Absolutely. Are you saying, like, you'd rather have this knickknack on your shelf collecting dust because Max Kepler launched one April 17th against the Marlins at 4 o'clock? Like, cool. Awesome. Or you want to say you were in the building for a no-no. Think about it, man. You go to games, you sit in the stands, it's top of the third. Wheeler gets his first hit of the game. Everyone goes, and everyone in the section around you goes, oh, there it goes. We got to the third. Don't say that about home runs. Get out of here. You got a ball. Good for you. You and Zach Campbell can go be best of friends.
So here, I was just about to say, what if the home run ball you caught right in front of Zach Hempel's glove? Like you stole it from him.
Oh, well, yeah. Shrine that thing. Dip it in gold. Put that in the hall.
Oh my gosh, the things I would do to steal a ball from that guy. Danny, what do you say? Do you think we should get into the week that was?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Real quick before we get into
down.
that,
Look, I disappear.
You did. Folks, real quick to take away from the comedy for just a second. If anyone saw the video last night from the Pittsburgh Pirates Stadium of the person that fell off of the stadium onto the ground, it is one of the most horrific videos I've ever seen in my life. It is something that I don't think anyone should be joking about at all. This is not comedy. This is someone that is on life support, and I've seen way too many insensitive posts on Twitter and such today trying to be funny. This is not the avenue. This is not the lane. There are so many things to be funny about. This is not one of them. So if you have not seen the video, consider yourself lucky. It is haunting. Do not go searching it. But honestly, I don't know, thoughts and prayers to the family and to the guy. Like that's tough. So I did want to say that before we got into the week that was.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Alex. I saw some pretty sick stuff today.
Not a fan.
No, cool. Neither am I. Just because this guy listen, we don't know.
There are no facts. There's just conjecture.
Pittsburgh PD is treating it as an accident. From the angle we see, we don't know. He knows, the people behind him know. We don't know. But it looks like a fan just enjoying the baseball game.
Real bad accident. Real bad accident. And regardless of if alcohol was involved or slipping or whatever the case may be, a dude's in critical condition, and that's not cool. And it's not cool to make jokes about any of that stuff. So
he was just living his life, enjoying a baseball game. And I agree.
So
couldn't agree more.
Thoughts and prayers, but did want to say that because we do like to make jokes and take fun, but like I also do want to point out there's a time to not take fun, and this is one of those times. So if you want to be a keyboard warrior and clack out a funny joke, this is not that avenue. But having said that, let's get into it. We're not absolutely not. This is, however, the week that was. We're going to start off with a series against one of the hottest teams of baseball, the Chicago Cubs. Philadelphia 0, Chicago Cubs 4. Well, Our longest win streak is 4, and our longest losing streak now sits at 5. After being swept by the Mets, we head to the Ivy outfield wall of Chicago against arguably the hottest and most complete team in the NL right now. It's a weird season that even when Taiwan gives up 2 runs in 3 innings on 86 pitches, I'm not even that mad about it. We had no business mustering a whole bunch of nothing against this squad. What happened to the bats? Game 2, Philadelphia 10, Chicago Cubs 4. Oh, hi, bats. Kepler went yard. Everyone but Rojas had a hit. Everyone but Harper scored a run. And everyone but Castillo and Real Muto got an RBI. In fact, the worst pitcher on the mound was Matt Strahm. It was the kind of win the team and the fan base needed. Not in the sense that we now think we're the best again, but it was really nice to not feel dead in the water. Fun fact, I went on a walk with our dog Luna during the game, so I put Fransky on to listen. Once the Phils ripped off 6 runs early, I stayed on the radio broadcast. I didn't even know it was a Fox game until the 8th inning, in which I was so happy to have WIP in my earbuds. The third game of the series, Philadelphia 3, Chicago Cubs 1 in 10 innings. Holy crap, we won an extra innings game for the first time since the season opener, and we did it with Romano on the mound. It was one of those Sunday get me out of here night games in Chicago. Danny wasn't able to watch it because even though he has paid extra on streaming services, he was unable to watch the game without paying money for the extremely unnecessary channel ESPN. Danny, hate it. Commercialism.
Hate it.
That was a fun game to text with you during. You were able to listen to it on WIP though, at least, right?
Yes. I was finally able to listen to it and track it down. It was aggravating. I look it up. Oh, you can watch it on Sling. Well, I don't have the right Sling. You could watch it on whatever. Oh, you can't because ESPN has it. I'm like, okay, This is great. Like, I have 4 streaming services and I can't watch this game on any of them. But it's the national game, so there you go.
The game that's 2 miles from your house. Yes, that game. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Danny, at this point, you wanted to give us a Ranger Danger update.
Yeah, absolutely. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs 3, Columbus Clippers 2. On our last stop on the Ranger Rehab Tour, it takes us to the city of Allentown. Again, where he makes his second Trip A start on April 27th. Ranger threw 4 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and sending 8 back to the dugout with the bone face on. As Ranger ends his tour to head back to the big club to lean over the railing as he watches Needle Dick sail one to Harper, Marsh is in the middle of his journey, going 0 for 2 with 2 Ks before being pulled in the 6th as he falls off the wagon from tightness in the hammy he's rehabbing. Side note, Otto Kemp continues to be a nuclear AAA bat. But what else can he do? Seriously, what else can he do? Alex, Iron Pigs win the Mega Bowl.
Iron Pigs win the Mega Bowl. Otto Kemp. So first off, Matt Hess's child's name is Otto, and Otto, I think, needs to be the coolest name of this new world that we're in. Otto is a great name. Otto Kemp. Is he related to Matt Kemp? Is he descendant of the Kemp?
Great question. I have no idea. He's from California, so where are the Kemps out of?
I would guess Dodgerville. I mean, Matt Kemp was a Dodger for the vast majority of it. All right. So
don't we just all live in Florida? I just assumed every pro ball player lives in Florida. I
am not convinced that's the case, but no income tax, so why wouldn't you? Let's be honest. Having said that, I understand that Ranger is coming back. He will be starting Sunday against whoever we're playing on Sunday. And I also heard Marsh went, I think, either 2 for 4 or 2 for 5 tonight in his final rehab appearance. So he'll be back as well. Otto Kemp, he is the essentially new Cody Clemens of you can just kind of plug and play him wherever.
No.
Ideally.
No.
Okay. What is he?
No.
What is he?
He is a nuclear AAA bat. He has 2 starts and left. They gave that a tryout. He's an infielder.
Okay.
Because you have to play a position. He's got to be something. Like the dude's a nuclear AAA bat. Like he's a
I'm looking at him right now. So first off, there's no way in hell he is related to Matt Kemp. I will say that. He has a dynamite mustache. It is
Yeah, absolutely.
really
He doesn't
something.
have
Oh my God,
have
he
any
already
of the
has 9
defense, but
home runs this year.
he's
What
got
in
the
the
bat.
hell?
Yeah, look at his OPS is through the roof at the moment. When I looked the other day, it was all 1.1 something.
1.087.
All right, it went down a little, but
It's 1.087. Like his OBP,
yeah.
his average is 319. That's like John Kruk numbers.
But like they gotta find a glove on this guy somewhere, or like I don't know what his. I hate to be Bob and Anthony here. I don't know what his path to the big club is, but I don't know what his path to the big club is.
Okay, so yeah, maybe if we trade Schwarber, don't do that. I'm kidding, but yeah, it's good to know that the big kids are coming back. I saw an interview today where Ranger said he'd be willing to go to the pen.
Did he
I
say
actually
that?
like that. He did. He said whatever it takes to get this team a World Series win is what he'll do. He'd prefer to start, but if the pen is where he's needed, and let's be honest, it's where he's needed. I don't trust Taiwan out of the pen, but I trust Ranger out of the pen. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Exactly. Like I'd rather have Ranger be the fifth starter, or I'm sorry, Taiwan be the fifth starter and Ranger be out of the pen than vice versa. And like that sucks because I love Ranger, but I trust him so much to close out a game. So much. Or like to get you through those moments.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, we'll find out. There's talk about a 6-man rotation, but you can't do that.
You can't. You can't. Not when you have a guy like Zach Wheeler. And that's when our bullpen is in the level of shambles that it is. And when you have guys that between Sanchez and Suarez that could hop into the bullpen and be very effective pieces that are needed, someone's going to have to just suck it up and do what needs to be done to get a ring. And I don't know who that's going to be. I don't know what. Thankfully, it's only May 1st. So we've got time. But
I mean,
I don't know.
They still have that Painter 100-inning plan too. So like,
God, I forgot about Painter.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, but
it's a good problem to have. But yeah, I'm with you. The shaky bully could be a little steadier.
Could little. Be. Well, and you know what? That's it's going to bring us to the next series. Washington Nationals coming to Philadelphia. Game 1, Washington 6, Philadelphia 7. Trey Turner went 4 for 4. Johan Rojas went 2 for 3 with a friggin' home run. And both of them made spirit-crushing defensive plays that allowed the pesky G-Nats to stay in this one. Phillies avoided needing a walk-off by relying on the tried-and-true wild pitch leads to game-winning run maneuver. Kirkland continues to struggle as he allows a 3-run moonshot to give the Nats life. It's Cook. I'm sure he won't do anything like that again. Guess who's back? Back again. Sanchez back. Tell a friend. Washington 2, Philadelphia 7. Schwarber had a 3-run shot to start the game, and honestly, it was never really close. The Nats put in a few runs, but we kept answering. Hell, the team got so bored even Kepler and JT homered before it was over. With an offensive performance like this, maybe we could pull off the sweep. Not. Washington 4, Philadelphia 2. It's so weird. The other year, Taiwan looked like crap, but stacked wins. This year, he's looking fairly good, but is 1-3 so far. The Phillies took a pass on offensive production tonight, which is weird because they had 9 hits. I don't know. I didn't see much of this one. Danny, what did I miss here in this game?
Oh, I was looking at something. What game are you talking about?
Tonight's game. That would be tonight's game.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you at all. What did you talk about? Did you talk about Taiwan actually having an okay line until the 6th? Did you say that?
I did. I said so. Taiwan actually.
Maybe I should listen to you. Sorry, I was looking stuff up. I didn't know you were going to kick to me.
I was going to kick it to you. What happened? So tonight's game, Taiwan did well, but the offense seemed like it couldn't have been bothered to do anything. Am I wrong?
I mean, the runners and scoring position thing is a thing. It turned its head again tonight.
Somehow we had 9 hits. It did not feel like we had 9 hits tonight, did it?
Yeah,
you watched
like
that
9
game.
Hits. I mean, it looked like 9 hits. Yeah, tonight was a weird game. I don't know. where your complaint with this game is. Yeah, it was a baseball game. Bad defense, and what was that? The sixth was,
I think so. Yeah,
cost that game. Like
it
was a perfectly fine game.
Yes.
I wouldn't. Runners in scoring position was a little light, but that seems to be a threat for this season. Yeah, like this wasn't a kicker screen game. Like this was a tough break. Some plays needed to be made in the outfield. Harper should have had that. I kind of feel Harper should have had both of them. Was that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So here's the deal. I don't know. I'm gonna bozo radio show for a hot second.
Yeah.
But like, there is a lack of give a shit from Bryce Harper this year, it feels like. And it's the weirdest thing, and I don't understand it, but his body language feels so mopey. He does not feel like he's being a leader in any way. I don't know. What do you think? Like, I feel like I'm not feeling it from him right now. And I don't understand it.
I don't know. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's do a Bozo radio show tape, right?
Just for a hot second.
Yeah, we weren't gonna have bits today, but we'll have a Bozo radio show.
We'll have a teaser. All right. We're gonna play with the tip and then see what happens.
We've said that, off air to each other, and that like we can never bring this up, but like, hey, do you think maybe like it's Harper? I mean, I think there might be some reason to maybe question it. Like Ranger, I'm in a contract here, but if it gets this team over the hump, I'll go to the pen. Like I don't want to, but I'll do it. Like cool. Like maybe Harper saying, hey, I don't want to play left field, but I'll do it. So you can go out and get, maybe a first baseman and add some pop to this lineup.
I mean, imagine
that would have been cool. Like
Pete Alonso at first and then Harper in left. That would have been freaking amazing.
Maybe I don't reluctantly say okay to batting second, I make sure that everyone through their TV screen doesn't feel that I'm reluctantly batting second. Like, yeah, I mean, I do think there is some truth to that. Are there numbers? Are there stats? Are there metrics that we know that we can look at? No, man. Is it a take that we can have outside of Bozo radio show take? No, but we're doing it now. So
it's so on that note of Bozo radio show, it's funny that Bryce Harper and LeBron James are the two quote unquote christened chosen ones from the high school era back when SI was a publication that mattered. And both of them seem to lack an interesting
AI swimsuits, baby.
An interesting level of killer instinct. LeBron is not Kobe. LeBron is not AI. I like LeBron. I'm a big LeBron stan, but he is not a killer. He's a facilitator. He's a team guy. He is a brand ambassador. He's not a killer. Yeah, man. Harper has had some. I need him to not be joking around with Francisco Lindor when he's on base. And I need him to like be the antagonist. I need him to be the Philadelphia leader. I watched Chase Utley break Tejada's leg today how many times because of how much he hates the Mets. I need someone on this Philadelphia Phillies team to be the big dick in the room and say, no, this is our division. And it's weird because I feel like it should be Nick, but Nick's too nice of a guy to be that. So who is it? Who's going to be the Utley that says, no, I hate the New York Mets with every fiber of my being. I don't see anyone on this team willing to go out on a limb and say, I hate those guys. I want to beat them every time out. Who is that guy? And I feel like we need that.
I've always wanted it to be Nick too. One of the things when they signed Nick, I was thinking like, oh man, like especially when like that slog before Girardi gets canned. Right before that, like I was like, oh, this is why they got Nick, to do like one of those like slide over the catcher at home plate and start a bench clearing brawl and just get
swag it out.
Yeah, just get the team on a hot streak from there. Like because he came out and he made a gesture and he got both of the dugouts up and going. From there on, they go on a hot streak. I've been waiting for that, Nick. We haven't gotten that.
We haven't.
I still like the Nick guy. We're big Nick guys, but
big Nick guys, big Nick Day.
I've been waiting for a little bit of that Reds Nick.
Yes, and here's the thing: we don't have any assassins. We don't have any thugs. And like, you need, again, Chutley was that guy, man. Like,
Yeah,
you
you do
don't
need
mess
that.
with Chut. Chut is going, and so is Jimmy, and so is Shane. Like, there was a level of edge and just like dog that was ready to bite from those guys.
We had one. We let him walk.
Cody.
Well, no.
Or Jeff Hoffman.
Hoffman.
I
Hoffman
know,
was
buddy.
like, give me a ball. I want to throw your head
man.
off. Yeah.
FTH, like, fuck those hitters. Like, I love me. And here's the thing. Like,
he was the dog.
We're always going to go down being Team Jeff Hoffman. I don't care, whatever. That was a massive
Strom's got
misstep.
that dog in him too, but like he's not the personality of the
Alvarado.
bullpen. Yeah, he does, but Alvy's also too fun loving.
He is
rubber chickens and like, oh, you dumbass! You know what do you call that guy? The guy who jumped on the field, like, oh, gotcha, dumbass. What was that?
I forget, but you know what's funny?
Too jovial in that aspect, but like, no, he does have a little bit of I want to rip your head off when he's on the mound. I got that feeling from Jeff though in the
high leverage situations,
in the pen, in the locker room, in the clubhouse. I believe is what Anthony calls it, the clubhouse. They changed their lighting; it has a different feel. I don't know.
You know what? When I was listening to Anthony talking about how he was talking to the guy that refills
they changed the lighting
machine, and they were talking about how they changed the lighting to the 75 watt Edison bulbs. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. I'm so happy he has that access. But here's the thing:
they changed the lighting.
Taiwan could be that guy. If God, man, if we had primed Taiwan, he would be a rip your head off and spit down your throat kind of guy. He's got that dog in him. He hasn't been able to show it in Philly yet. And like everything he does is to make up for the last 3 years. So no matter what he does, we will never accept him as a big dog. And he knows that. And it's this weird Ouroboros of trying to figure out the cycle of it all. I don't know. Did I finish the week that was? I think I did. Continue.
The Mets, yeah, you did. That's what got us on this because I wasn't listening. I didn't know you were going to kick me tonight's game.
Classic.
Yeah, I was looking stuff up.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. Continue. The Mets, something.
Yeah, if you would have asked Mets fans, they would have never thought that about Walker before we had him anyway. So I don't know if it's him. I don't know who it is, but.
And how is it not Wheeler? Like, God damn it, Wheeler, you're so boring. They cast you aside. They said you're not good enough. How are you not trying to just mow them down every chance you get? What is so wrong with providing bulletin board material? Damn it. Have some balls and say some shit.
So, yeah, listen, it's never going to come from someone in the starting rotation. You know, they're seeing that. Right. These guys are weird and they're isolated and they're 1 every 5. It could be someone out of the bully.
But bullshit. Cliff Lee would have done it. Madison Bumgarner would have done it. They would have taken a stance and said, "No, I'm going to rip your head off. And I'm going to spit down your throat." Both of those guys would have done it in a heartbeat.
Until Cliff Lee had the opportunity to run and hide on his farm and never be seen from again. No, man. Like, listen, he was a Yankees killer that postseason. I understand that. The 4 aces were awesome, but like that wasn't.
He was a hired gun. Let's not think he was anything other than that.
Is it Cliff Lee or was he a hired gun, man? Come on, man. Where's your
Cliff Lee was a hired gun for Philadelphia. He was not a Phillies pitcher. He was a guy that we brought in to pitch for Philly. Phillies pitchers come back.
You're going back on the Cliff Lee would have done it thing. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. I think Cliff Lee, as a hired gun, is going to be adversarial to the arch nemesis of whatever team he's on. Like, he's going to be antagonistic. He's going to be a dick. He's going to say, "I'm better than you until you prove me otherwise." And I don't think there's a lot of Phillies right now that have that mentality.
No, I'm with you. I have a Cliff Lee Harrisburg Senators card.
Ooh, now that is a get. Wow, that's nice. That's good. I'm gonna have to get a picture with you and the bobblehead next weekend.
Sure,
let's do it.
I got one with the Harper bobblehead, so
that's good. I want one with the Matty Stairs. He is forever.
Oh yeah, he's there too. Yeah,
Matty Stairs is there. That's a real good one to have. Yeah, we'll go check it out. We'll
Lad Senior's there. Who else is there?
Strasburg.
Oh, is he? How many are there? It seems like a lot.
They're the only one, so of course, but I feel like there's 8 maybe.
Oh, okay. There's more
Yeah.
than I thought. Okay.
There's more than there were. They have expanded. Like Harper, Strasburg. I don't think Soto or Turner made the bobblehead world, but we'll find out. I don't know. It's been a couple of years since I went to a game.
All right.
Danny, I think we did it, man. Did we?
Yeah. I
Was
don't
this
know.
it? Did we do it?
Yeah. You want to do anything else? Nola, he had a good outing.
You know what, man? Like Nola's our guy, and for better for worse, love him, hate him, who gives a shit? Nola's our Nola.
Right.
He's gonna be Nola.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it.
Honestly, he's the most consistent person on this team over the last 15 years because he's always Nola. He is always Aaron Nola. Period.
Right. Yeah.
And you have to appreciate that. It was kind of like Joe Blanton. Joe Blanton was always Joe Blanton.
So just so I'm clear here, you're consistent. Aaron Nola is consistent in that you consistently say what Nola are you gonna get this game?
Yes.
All right, cool. Fine. Then yes.
Know by the fifth inning, if Nola's reeling, it's great. It is, and if he's rolling, it is. Like,
you know way
what
before
Nola it is by the third inning. By the third inning, you know which Nola you're getting tonight, and there's something to be said for that. Consistently. By the third,
two Nolas, and like this is a Mike Snelly thing, but I actually agree with him on this. Well, not really. His thing is that Nola's a nibbler, where I take it one step further. There are two Nolas. You have the nibbler Nola and the attack Nola.
The Slurm Nola, sure.
Slurms McKenzie?
Yes, sir.
I'm so
party.
I'm so tired of partying. That was me. That's how I live my life. I'm so tired of partying.
All right, so you got Slurm and you got Nibbler.
You got oh hell yes. Yes. Slurm and Nibbler. So right. When he slurms McKenzie, that's a good Nola.
That is a good Nola.
Yeah.
When he's nibbling.
When he's Nibbler. No.
That's when Dark Matter's coming out. I don't know how we made that analogy work, but honest to God, I think we did it.
Yeah.
I don't think we can go anywhere from here. Close this out.
Slurms McKenzie, so tired of partying. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening to our Strip Down Volume 2. We hope that you have a good rest of your week. We'll do better next week, we promise. Everybody knows. And Ann can't. Shh, I think he's sleeping.